And we're on.
Hello.
Hello. I could hear that vibrating.
Oh, yeah?
Drum. There's a drum set in front of us, and it kind of vibrates if I talk too loud. How was your week?
Well,
Did it again.
I did okay this week.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So, we got something to talk about?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What is it?
Wanted to talk about successful people who accomplish big things, who actually even accomplish anything, do need to make big goals.
And our definition of successful is completing what you
wanted to do.
Yeah, setting a goal and actually completing it. That's
Yeah.
what we're defining as successful.
Because if you make a little piddly goal, you're not really going to be that psyched about actually working on it.
No, it's just a puddle.
It's just a puddle. So you want to make a big goal. And oftentimes those big goals can take 5 or 10 or more years to do.
Yeah, or maybe just a year, but it's still way out there.
But it's kind of like there's this really, really big, long place in the middle. Like there's that part where you start your goal and you're real excited about it. And then there's the end when you get to be all excited because you've accomplished it, but you have to be doing something in the middle to keep yourself going along.
Yeah, as an example, you could even shorten it down to look at everyone at the beginning of the year. A lot of times they have fitness goals. January, because of New Year's or whatever, for the year, they have the goal. And a lot of them by, even as early as March, April, are dropping out of the fitness clubs. Why is that? They have this big goal at the end, but they don't have the little goals to keep them on track. The little, I don't know if it's goals as much as checkpoints that you need to stop and be able to evaluate and really break it down to weekly.
Yeah.
If you could check, evaluate, just pick any day, whatever it be, one day a week, and evaluate how you did that week, and were you on course? If you were, great. How can you stay on course for the next week? If you weren't and you were a little off, well, let's now steer back in, because it's only 1 week instead of, 3 months and I've done nothing. Well, now it's really discouraging because, you have a set time. On this scenario, it's 12 months.
Yeah, and even if there's something really big you want to accomplish, you want to make sure that you are taking steps toward getting closer to your goal, and you're not ending up with piling everything onto the last week or something, because it's not gonna work. Is the reason why it is you have your goal out that far is because it actually might take that long to do it.
It's a big goal. I mean, if you want to, let's just say, for instance, go from where you are to, let's say, put on 30 pounds of solid muscle.
Or write a novel.
Or write a novel. Both of those goals are worthy goals, but both of them take different steps to get there. You got to pace yourself. A novel's going to be, a couple 100 pages or so of writing, and if you want to do it, and let's say you're giving yourself a 12-month time frame, well, you need to know how many pages you should be putting out per week. And not all your pages are going to be golden.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a good way to think of it too, is that after you've determined how much you need to accomplish each week, you can take and evaluate it at the end of the week and see how close did I get to that I needed to do this week? What kinds of things is it that's preventing me from working on that? What kinds of things could help me to work on that? And change that for the next week.
Yeah.
And do better.
Yeah. It's just keeping on the course that you want to be on, and constantly, if you're veering off a little, getting right back on. Because if you can do it in just weekly, it's just little bit here. But if you didn't check for, let's say, 6 months, and you're supposed to be here, but you're way over here, that's a long way to try to pull back in to get it back on course on that time frame. So it's easier to do weekly checks.
One of the things I was thinking too is in Atomic Habits, it talks about that a huge change happens by just making really small incremental changes consistently. And so if you can be consistently checking on how you're doing each week, you're going to be outdoing lots of people who try to make goals and achieve them. If you can just consistently be checking in, seeing how you're doing, and then just making adjustments.
Yeah, which that book we definitely recommend. Atomic Habits was a very good book, and kind of reiterates what we're saying here.
Yep.
Do it. So that is our advice. Hopefully it helps.
Yeah. Have you tried checking in each week to see how you're getting towards your goals? Is it something you've tried before? And if you do try it, because of our suggestion, let us know how it works out.
As an example, I had just recently had to renew my license because I'm a nurse. And I was supposed to have 15 hours worth of credits. And because I didn't do the little steps, I was playing catch up this last week of trying to run down 15 hours of extra education stuff. Because I waited last minute, but just think if I would have paced myself over the last 2 years, 15 hours is nothing.
Yeah.
But when you cram it in about 2 days, I mean, that was a little hectic.
That's full time.
That is full time, yeah.
That's a full time.
I was screaming today.
Yeah.
So save yourself. It's not worth it.
And you can just consistently change your little habits and you can just turn into being a different person. If you just try to cram something in, you're not really on the journey to becoming the person you want to be. You're just doing something for a spell. Is if you can consistently put it in every week, you're changing you and you're just getting closer to the person you want to be, instead of it just being a temporary thing. It's one of those things that people can kind of overwork at the gym, kind of go to the gym and do lots of hours. And I've seen people injure themselves because they think that they're going to put on all that muscle doing one day at the gym or something. Is that if you can just pace yourself, check in each week, do little incremental improvements,
that compounds
that's going to
over
really
time.
that's going to actually change you. So pace yourself a week at a time, and that'll make better improvements, better than trying to pile it all in at any time.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that it?
That's everything I can think of.
Well, yeah, so until next time, pace yourself well.
Pace
check
yourself.
in with your, make sure you check with what your goal is and that you're on target. And other than that, have a great day.
Yep, great day.